Hey everyone, how are you? It's been a couple weeks since I shared with you what was going on with me. I got my stint replaced last week, and I had chemo. Um, for those of you that may not recall, a year ago, i.e., the stint, I had done a scan, and they identified that on my right side, my urinary tract was starting to narrow, and we think maybe during surgery it got nicked or something, and my oncologist appropriately so said, we got to get a stent in there and open that back up because naturally it would start to close on itself and then make the right kidney basically shut it down and no longer need it. And especially with colon cancer, um, we got to make sure we keep both kidneys healthy, and so that's been a big part of getting the stints done. So I had my first stint put in a year ago, and it degrades after 6 months, and you have to get it done again. So I've had some achiness and pain related to that. That procedure was last Tuesday, and everything went fine. No surprises. I will say it was that morning I was a little anxious about um, about like just the pain of the poking and prodding that happens in advance of a surgery, getting the IV and everything. And, you know, it's an interesting experience to go through. The majority of my life, I've been pretty healthy person, very rarely get sick, uh, no chronic disease or illness of any kind until now. And so I imagine other people who have chronic disease feel this way, but after a while, that poking and the prodding gets annoying, and you just want to be done with it. Wednesday last week was chemo. Um, I cried all the way to chemo. Um, you know, it's been really hard, I think, and I'm learning right now, is I'm gaining awareness about the fact that over the last 4 years, and I know I've said this on this channel before, so I'm sure this won't be a surprise to many of you, but I think part of how I've been able to mentally get through it is I don't think about the fact that I have stage 4 cancer. In fact, the majority of those 4 years, I've said, I'm healing. And I don't even, I think this year is the first year I said I have stage 4 colon cancer out loud like a couple of times. Um, and, I think our words are powerful, have the power to manifest, have the power to guide, have the power to inspire. Words are powerful, and how we think about things is important. And I also think it was probably healthy of me to not think every single day I'm a stage 4 colon cancer patient. There's more to me than that, so much more. But yet on those days, I've just had this amazing awareness today. I was having a great catch up with a coworker, Candace, who held great, beautiful space for me and was super supportive. we talked about the fact that I am sick, right? And how even saying that doesn't, like, it feels shocking almost. And for all of you, you're like, well, duh, Mal, you've been dealing with this for 4 years, and that's true. But I think only in the last couple of months, where you guys know I allowed myself to kind of go down the path of what if I don't make it for the first time, that I think that's actually allowed me to get to this place today where I can say to you clearly that I don't think about myself as a colon cancer survivor. And on the days where I have to go do cancer, something like chemo or surgery or doctor's appointment, or the days where I physically don't feel well. So whether that's like chemo impacting my brain, or, you sometimes feel like you have the flu when you're on chemo and you just can't do anything, or my stomach is a mess, or whatever side effect is engaged. It's like when that happens, the amount of grief and sadness I feel like that day, it's like the physical feeling kicks off the emotion. Like, you're in it, Mall, you're here. Like you're a cancer patient, like right now. And I mean, I guess it's just part of what it is to go through something like this, right? And when I look back, I don't think back to having any regrets for how I've managed this. Having played college sports, Division I sports, like the thoughts in your head, and being an executive coach, like, and a leader, like the thoughts in your head dictate your actions and how you feel about the things you're doing, and ultimately your spirituality and your soul. It's all connected. So I do think what I am learning right now is acceptance for the fact that I'm going through this. And, what I say to Bri every time we go to chemo is, I just want to get off the merry-go-round. And I'm going to at some point. I know I'm going to. But those are the days where I find myself almost feeling like a really scared little kid. Like, the inner child stuff that we all have to work on. It's like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. Why am I doing this? Like, I don't want to do this. And then I have to do it. So many of you have written to me or in the comments or whatever, "Oh, you're so strong." And I know I mentioned this, like sometimes I actually feel okay about it now. But even like 4 months ago, up to 4 months ago, I just felt like, but I don't feel strong in those moments. And yet that's not really fair to me, is it? Because I think if you said you're courageous, I would say that's accurate, because I am afraid and I have to do it anyway to be here for my boys. And I know I can do it. I just want it to be done. But anyway, I also am really proud of myself for... Is it crazy that I was diagnosed in September of 2021 and I'm finally accepting I have cancer? It's not something you can outrun. And I want to look it in the eye, and I want to make sure that we get this done. Because I've got a lot to do with so many of you, and for you or with you. And 2025 is the year to live for me and for you. So what the fuck is holding you back? I can tell you what's been holding me back is the fear, the acknowledgement that if I say this, it's real. Well, it's already fucking real. It's already real. And I have to look it in the eye. I have to attack it. I got to get after it. And I'm going to. And I love you all for last video just reminding me that I'm tethered to love and to each of you, and that you won't let me go. Thank you. It's just so moving. And I want you all to know that your energy and your love and your support makes a big difference. It makes a difference to me. It makes such a big difference. If there's somebody out there that you know is struggling, reach out to them. Because you've been so wonderful to me. And this channel, I started as more on avenues so you could understand what I was going through. So many of you were asking, but also it's become such a great tool for me to process what I'm going through in my own growth and development. And it wouldn't have gone on this long, the last 2 years, without each of you. So thank you all for your love and support. And make 2025 the year you look fucking something right in the eye and get after it. We're doing this together. And if I can help you do something, you reach out. Love you all. Thank you for all your love and support. I'm going to talk to you soon. Be well. Peace.